Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline if you are new here. And in today's video, I went to Barnes & Noble earlier, I guess later last week, and bought a ton of books. This many to be exact. I think it's like 10-ish books, which, you know, I'm on my buying journey for books. Books are expensive, especially at Barnes & Noble. But there's something about walking around Barnes & Noble that's just like, you can't get it anywhere else. Like, I could go to Target and get it cheaper, but the experience is just not the same. So half of these books I have read before, and I just wanted to buy them so that I can have them on my physical shelf. And then the other half I decided to buy books that I've either been wanting to read, or that just like kind of caught my eye. So let's take them out. Okay. So, where do we even begin? I guess we'll start with this one. This is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas, which is technically the prequel to the Throne of Glass series. It's the novella, and although I wouldn't read this first, my sister actually was getting rid of this, so I technically guess this is cheating by putting it in this video, but she was getting rid of it, and so I snatched it from her. I have not read any of the Throne of Glass books, but I have read ACOTAR and obviously loved them so much. Throne of Glass is definitely the next big fantasy series that I want to read, but it's kind of daunting because what are there, like 8 books or something like that, which is a lot, and then like the tandem reading between 2 of the books later on in the series is a little daunting, so I have been putting it off, but I eventually do want to come back to it and read it. There's a lot of discussion on where to read The Assassin's Blade. Some people say read it first, some people say read it second, third, fourth. I feel like once I start reading Throne of Glass, I'll have a better idea of when I want to read it, but right now I think I want to read it third. Let me know in the comments if any of you have read the Throne of Glass series and where you read The Assassin's Blade, and if you would suggest reading it that way. Next, I have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, which is the second book in the Knock 'Em Out series. As I stated, I believe in my previous video, my sister and her husband got me the first book in this series, and I had to get the second one. The third one comes out in September, October, one of those 2 months, and it's purple, so the blue, pink, and purple are going to look so cute together, so I had to have this. Love this book, by the way. The first one in the series I gave 5 stars, and then I believe I gave this one 4 stars, but very excited for Lucian and Sloane's story. Then we have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, which I feel like I've stated so many times that I want to have all of her books on my bookshelves just because most of them have been 5 stars for me. I just love her. She's a Minnesota native, and it's just cool to read about somebody local, if you will. I love her books so much. If you have not read anything by Abby Jimenez, I highly recommend any of her books. Then the second one in that series is Yours Truly by her, and I loved this one. I listened to this one, but I actually think I do want to go back and read it physically, just because if you've been watching my videos, you know that audiobooks tend to be lower star ratings for me, but I really loved this book and how they portrayed the male character, Jacob, in this. I just think it was really awesome that she wrote the male character this way. So if you haven't read this, read Part of Your World first and then Yours Truly. I guarantee you will enjoy them. Then I think this is the last book of the haul that I have already read, which is The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This, I didn't get the rest of the books because they only had this one, which is the first in a 4-book series right now. I think 3 in a novella. So they just had the first one, so I decided to snatch it up while I was there. I love these books so much. I would love to go back and annotate this. I have family who lives in Alaska, so reading this, which is based in Alaska, was just super fun. And Jonah, the main male character in this, is just, he's broody, but he's a really good male character. I loved this so much. I love the series so much. I feel like I read it a year and a half ago at this point. I think I read it last January for the first time. So I'm definitely feeling like maybe this winter I will reread it because I'm just like, I need this back in my life. Okay. Then I got Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, which this book I feel like has been all over Book Talk, BookTube. It's been around for a minute, and I'm honestly surprised that I haven't read it yet. Oh, this one comes with an exclusive extended epilogue, so that's pretty cool. I feel like this has been on my TBR for years at this point, and I don't know why I keep pushing it off, but I saw it in Barnes & Noble, and I was like, you know what, I'm biting the bullet, I'm going to buy this. I need to read it. I feel like the majority of people like this book, so I wasn't mad about buying it. I think is this a tearjerker one though? I don't know. I've never read anything by Mia Sheridan, so I'm very excited, and I just felt like this was a good first book by her to read. Then I got Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. The only other book by her that I've read is The Love Hypothesis, which I really, really liked. I believe I listened to that one actually, and I did give it 5 stars, which is a rarity with me, listening to books and rating them 5 stars. But then I kind of heard like some mixed reviews on her other books. Love on the Brain specifically, I heard kind of negative reviews that people didn't really like it, especially compared to Love Hypothesis. But Love Theoretically has been getting really great reviews, and I thought the cover, like the orange and pink, was just like so cute to like have on a bookshelf. So I'm actually really excited to read this one. This is an exclusive edition too. That's why you gotta shop at Barnes & Noble, you know, they got the exclusive editions. So I will keep you guys tuned on my thoughts on this. Because if I don't like this, I probably won't read any other books by her. Just because, like, once I feel like an author, once I see, like, negative reviews on a lot of their books, I feel like I don't tend to read them as much. Like, Tessa Bailey puts out so many books, but I read It Happens One Summer and I hated it. I thought it was so cringy and just, like, I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me, so I never, like, went back and reread any of her other books, but my sister has also read not quite a few, maybe like 3 by her, and we both are just like, she's not for us, we're not going to read her. I don't know why I got on that tangent, but because I've only read The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood, so I'm not really in any place to judge because I really liked it. But no, I'm excited about this one, so we'll see. Okay, then I got Wait for You by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is part of a series. They did have the second one there, but I decided I was going to read this one first before I bought both of them, just in case I didn't like this one. Then I wouldn't read the second one in the series. Oh yeah, so this is, she goes to college and she meets this guy, but she has this huge secret on like something that happened in high school, and I think she kind of falls for this guy, but then like her secret's about to come out and I'm sure she pushes him away or something. But I don't know, this one seemed really cute. The Goodreads summary sounded good when I looked it up. I was literally in Barnes & Noble, like, I was jumping from romance to fantasy to fiction to mystery and thriller, just like back and forth. I'm sure the Barnes & Noble people were like, why is this girl in here for an hour and a half? She keeps pacing the store. I had no idea what I wanted, and I kept pulling out my phone to like go on Goodreads, look at the reviews, look at the ratings, see what like people, if like any of my friends had read any of these books and like what they rated them. But I don't think any of my friends have read this one, but I do believe like Destiny Sibwell or Sarah Crowley, like one of those two, had read it and like rated it decent. So I'm excited to read this one actually. I don't know what the second one in the series is called. I'm gonna look. Oh! There's a lot in this series. Dang, there's like 6 books with 1, 2, 3, 4 novellas. So there's like 9 books in this series, technically. Okay, well, good to know. This is a very long series. If I like it, it gets 4.15 stars on Goodreads, so we'll see. I had no idea that that was that big of a series. Okay, next I got Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. This has also been on my TBR for the longest time. And honestly, the reason that I decided to buy this was because Sarah Crowley, like Alice Feeney, is like one of her favorite authors. And I don't believe I've ever read anything by her. Did I just say that? I think I'm losing my mind. And I want to say this is like, she really liked this one. And me and Sarah tend, most of the time, tend to have similar taste in books. So, also the Barnes & Noble lady was so nice. This was the buy one, get one 50% off, but it was the only one that I had. She still gave me 50% off. I was like, that's awesome. So, thanks to her. But no, I'm really excited about this. This is the only mystery, thrillery one that I got. But, let's see. Oh yeah, this is when, says, things have never been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. No, things have been wrong with... Things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. Every anniversary, the couple exchanges traditional gifts, and Adam's wife writes him a letter that she never lets him read, until now. Self-confessed workaholic Adam Wright has face blindness. He can't even recognize his own wife. And Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia win a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. The weekend may make or break their marriage, but they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying, and someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. Sounds good. I'm excited. It sounds like a typical psychological thriller, but I'm sure there will be twists and turns. I feel like half the time I'm really great at guessing what's going to happen in a psychological thriller, and then the other half I'm like, what? Like, how does somebody even write that? Like, how do you even come up with that? So, I'm excited. I'm excited. That is the key word of this video. I'm excited. So, I'm excited. Okay, last but not least, I got Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I've only read one book by her, Better Than the Movies, and I absolutely adored it. It was so cute, like the best YA romance I have read in a really long time. This is actually the second book in the series. I believe Mr. Wrong Number is the first one. Yeah. So the first one's Mr. Wrong Number, which they didn't have, otherwise I would have gotten it to go along with this, but I decided to pick this up anyways in hopes that I would find Mr. Wrong Number somewhere else. So maybe I'll go to a bookstore again this weekend and see if I can find it. But I just loved the cover, honestly. It's giving similar vibes, and I kind of am living for it. I was actually setting up my books, and I was like, 3 yellow books, like I kind of love it. But I just know, I don't know, but I have a good feeling about these because I loved Better Than the Movies and Lynn Painter's writing and everything, so I was really excited to read this. I feel like she just like has like fun, flirty way of writing, and I liked the idea of this book. These two people meet and they decide to try and find like each other's match, and then they obviously are going to end up falling in love. Like they go on the same, do they go on the same dates? Okay, so she snuck out of his hotel room one morning and then she runs into him and they decide that they're going to be each other's wing people, and they like text about their dates, often scheduling them at the same restaurant so that if things don't go well, the two of them can get tacos afterwards. Spoiler, they get a lot of tacos. So like they are dating at the same time, but obviously they're going to fall in love. So I think that's a cute little premise of a book. So that's all of them. I am very happy that I am starting my little book collection. Okay, so as you can tell, I feel like I said this last time, I don't have a lot of floor space for a physical bookshelf, but like I feel like it could be kind of cute if I did like maybe some like open shelving right there for some books. I don't know. I'm not going to turn the camera around and show you what's on this wall because it's very messy right now, very transparent here. But it's essentially just my dresser. So there's literally no floor space for a like nice tall bookshelf unless I rearranged my room, which I'm not against doing. I think my mom and dad would kill me though because they they would just look at me and say, you know what, Madeline, your room is, it's fine how it is, because it's a lot of work to rearrange your room. So, and I feel like I've just like got those hung up and like got everything put where I want it, so I don't want to have to rearrange it. But I'm thinking open shelving over there would look cute, because then I could like decorate them like with books and like other things. But yeah, I want to say that my like physical bookshelf, book number, book count, if you will, is probably up to like 15, 20 books probably, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to continue collecting books that I really love. The good thing about like all these ones that I haven't read is if I don't like them, I'll either lend them, well, I probably won't lend them to friends if I don't like them, but I can either sell them on like Pango Books or like something along those lines, or just keep them, because I'll be honest, like all the books that I bought have really cute covers. But if I for some reason DNF a book, I'll probably just sell it. So I don't know, it's fun. Buying books is really fun. I had a lot of fun. I don't think I've been to a bookstore by myself in a really long time, to just like, usually my sister and I will go and we'll kind of like look at each other and be like, well, are you gonna get something, or are you gonna get something? Or we just never like go like really in on buying books because they are expensive. So it was fun to kind of just go in there and like kind of free will spend whatever I wanted. It was definitely a treat myself moment. I can't always have those, but it was fun to do it at the bookstore because I've never done that before. And yeah, it was fun. I don't know. Excited, fun. Those are my words for today. So usually it's which I'm sure I've said a million times, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little book haul. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books in the comments, and I hope you come back for the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.